Hi guys, Josh here, aka Beards and Books, and today I'm doing my London Comic Con comic book haul. Let's go! So as the title suggests guys, I recently went to London Comic Con back in May and I picked up a small fortune's worth of comics. Now what I want to do for you today is touch on some of the artists, the illustrators and the writers that you maybe haven't heard of. We all know the Marvels and the DCs of the world, but these smaller, independent, just starting artists deserve just as much recognition, if not more, because they're still fighting to keep it alive. I'm going to do this video in two parts. I picked up way too many comics to do in one. The video would go on for hours and hours. So I've picked a bunch of my favourite comics that I'm going to show you now, and then I'm going to do another video showing you my second collection of favourites. There's no ones that are better than others. They're all completely different. I just needed to split it for time's sake. First comic I want to talk to you about is a release from Hellbound Media. It's Mandy and the Monster Hunter, Legend of the Spindly Man. So as this one says, this is a straight up Monster Hunter book. The character Spindly Man comes from legend, comes from myth, kind of a play on the Slender Man, which is quite a popular thing at the moment. The interesting twist to this comic is it plays on the monster under your bed element and how that makes kids feel. It also has a serial killer child abduction element, so it is quite dark in places, but done very, very well. As you can see, the art style follows a sort of sketch-drawn style. It's done very, very well coloured throughout. A very good comic and one I'll definitely be looking at picking up further issues. The next graphic novel is one called Jacob by Jed McPherson. Now let me say, first of all, this is not one for kids. It's not one for the faint-of-hearted. This is a very dark, very grown-up, horror-styled graphic novel. So interestingly, this graphic novel's been around for quite a while. So it was originally a web-based service. It was one you could read online. Back in 2016, the artist decided to take the plunge, did a print run, hasn't looked back since. It's got a good following on social media, but again, nowhere near as big as it should be. Something I really enjoyed with this graphic novel, each chapter is illustrated by a different artist and each chapter is a different short story. So although it's a big graphic novel, each one is essentially its own individual comic, which makes it really easy to read, really easy to fly through because each chapter is its own unique and individual style. Next graphic novel is one I really enjoyed reading. This is the noir version of Murder Most Mundane by Mad Robot Comics. Best way I can describe this graphic novel is it's like a twist between Midsummer Murders and Hot Fuzz. So it's set in a rural town where the death rate is 20 times higher than the national average. Now the graphic novel asks the question, why do people still live there? You're 20 times more likely to die somewhere, why don't you leave? And we then divulge into cults, all this really interesting stuff. I'm not going to give too much away because I want you guys to get out and read it. I'm going to leave all the links in the description for where you can buy these comics or even just see their social media if you're interested in learning more. But I'd highly recommend the noir version. There is a colour version as well, but the strong noir element added really well to the murder mystery style. Let me just say, I loved all of the comics that I picked up, but this one, Parallel World, with its anime manga style, something completely different to the others, blew me away from page one. Parallel Worlds is a proper anime graphic novel. It's Dragon Ball Z combined with multiverse, combined with great characters, great colour. It's a really easy read. It's one you'll want to fly through straight away. I picked up the first two editions. I'm gutted I didn't get all three, but I'll definitely be going on their website to try and find the third one. Any of you that are a fan of, as I said, things along the lines of Dragon Ball Z, but with the element of multiverses, travelling between worlds and coming of age characters, you'll love this one. Definitely pick it up. Guys, that's it for part one of my London Comic Con indie comic book writer haul. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you like the look of any of the graphic novels, take a look in the description below. I'll put all of the links for their websites and social media. I can't recommend them enough. I'm going to do a second video soon with a similar style of comics, so if you're interested, please look out for that one. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps a new booktuber, and I'll see you soon.